As Greg mentioned, my name is Simon, this is Andrea, we're from Vipera. Vipera are a mobile banking and mobile payments company, and we have our solutions deployed across 3 continents today, servicing in excess of 500,000 people every day. We're tremendously excited about the possibilities for the future of mobile commerce and mobile payments. And like a lot of the companies here, we're working very hard on significant innovations in those areas. But today, we don't want to talk about that. Today, we'd actually like to talk about a solution which addresses some problems that we think still exist in the method that I suspect every one of us here uses on a daily basis, which is the plastic card. The plastic card is fantastically useful and flexible. However, when you get beyond the decision of actually making a payment, we as the user don't have a significant amount of control over what the card does. So what we'd like to talk to you today is a solution that we think addresses that problem, and in specific, it addresses 3 things that the user likes to have. The first is the user wants to be able to understand and manage their payments. Very simple desire. Secondly, they need to feel secure in those payments. And thirdly, they need to make sure that they're not losing any flexibility or any convenience by the delivery of the first 2. On the other side of the coin, the issuers want to deliver security and convenience, but at a lower cost of service. And we believe that we have a solution for this particular problem. What we'd like to do is show you a mobile app which puts the user in total control of the spending. But in addition, it allows the issuer to skip the inevitable IT queue, because there's very, very light integration required for this. We've already done the heavy lifting for you. We've fully integrated with both the Visa and the MasterCard networks in order to allow this to happen. So without further ado, I'd like to hand you over to Andrea, and he's going to walk you through the app.
Thank you very much, Simon. Good morning, everybody. Let's have the tour of this card control application. I just have to log in to my application, and actually I am immediately displayed my wallet. The application can store any number of cards, credit, debit, and immediately the application gets me the real-time data like the card limits and the outstanding balance for each card, which, as Simon was mentioning, are directly taken either by the schemes or by the processor or by the issuer. In addition to the general information, I have all my transactions under control. I can have a look at the transactions that I have done in the past, as well as I have the capability to search for some specific transactions that I'm interested into. And once I have found the transaction I am interested into, I can use the phone camera to store a receipt in case, as well as I can send a transaction dispute in case I have a problem with that transaction. So as you may have noticed, the transaction brings itself also the category. Another important feature of the application is that of automatically grouping all my transactions in categories, in groups, which are defined by the banks and, of course, customizable. I have an overview of all my groups, as well as I can zoom into a graph that shows, into a chart that shows my last spending trends. Said that, you may have noticed that I have also some notifications waiting for me. And of course, notifications reach my phone as soon as I swipe my card, be it in a shop or for an electronics, an e-commerce transaction. And actually, the transactions together with notifications, together with the categories form the basis, this is the foundation of the application. But the most important part is the part related to the settings, to the real control of my card. Actually, card control provides the user capability to immediately lock, temporarily lock and unlock the payments based on the payment type, for example, online payments, as well as based on geographic settings. So I may like to prevent transactions from a certain part of the world to flow in, as well as the capability to prevent expenses in a specific merchant group. I can also inform my bank about my travel plans so that if I'm taking a holiday, for example, I am sure that I will not have surprises about my card working when I'm abroad. Surprises happen, of course, and I definitely need the capability to block my card, either in the standard way, call the bank and block the card and issue the card again, a hassle for the user and a cost operation for the bank, which brings me back to the capability for the user to lock temporarily the card, as often happens to our Simone here when he loses his cards just around his home. I mean, just before calling the bank, I may just lock the card and look for it better. As soon as I find my car, I can easily unlock it, take my card, go out shopping, and give the word back to Simon.
Lovely. Thank you, Andrea. So what we've found is that when the users, end consumers like you and I, get this in their hand, not only is it very useful from a perspective of controlling their card, but they actually get very used to interacting and managing with their financial services provider, a bank or a card issuer, in this manner, which then opens up a very interesting pathway for all sorts of additional engagement opportunities, whether that be loyalty schemes or couponing or a range of revenue-generating opportunities that frankly, we probably haven't even thought of yet. It's a very significant step down the road towards creating a much fuller engagement by providing this utilization. So, conscious that I've got 10 seconds left, just to summarize, card control gives you full control of your spending. It puts in another line of defense against fraud. It requires minimal integration and reduces the cost to serve for the card issuers. Thank you very much. Please come and talk to us on our stand and we can show you much more detail.